Hello everybody, Manithral here. Welcome to the weekly update video for RS3. I almost said OSRS. But we have the Starbloom seeds have actually landed this week. So if you haven't been a big fan of the shooting stars, here's a reason to actually get more into them. So up ahead there is going to be the 110 crafting, which is actually, from what it says here, is going to be next week. However, we can start getting the seeds as of today, and there's select activities as well as bossing and skilling that you can actually get these seeds. So up first is the mining with the shooting stars, which needs a size 7 or greater, and you get a 1 in 200 chance per swing. Thieving, master farmers, dwarf traders, gnomes. Slayer, you have the Lost Grove creatures, moss golem, vine callers, bulbous crawlers, vile blooms, the liverwort, lampin flora, luminous snagglers, and devil snare. There is a camel warriors. There is a asterisk next to it, so we'll get to that in a sec here. And Ganodermic beasts. The bosses are Croasis and Calphite King. This is why I was waiting for the asterisks, because they also have that. And it says here for that, the Starbloom flower seeds will replace quorum seeds on the Calphite King and the inner adrenaline crystal on the camel warriors and the Croasis tables. So they are replacing that. But once you have the seeds, you could be playing alongside a battle staff, similar to how grapes are grown using planks. From there, you can apply your farming knowledge to raise these Starbloom flowers, which will integral to crafting the new armors coming in 110 crafting update, which is the new mage robes. Then we head into the patch notes. So general Starbloom bloom flower seeds, they have been released. It's all the same thing we just talked about for that section. Remove the animation delay when crafting the runes at the Orania altar. Added blocking to the City of portal entrance to stop players from floating in the air at this location. Players who have not started Ixarilan's little help request can no longer access the City of Sophanum by attuning to the Max Guild Garden portal to the Luminous Wisp colony. Fixed an issue that caused the black two-handed crossbow to deal less damage when bolts were equipped. Fix an issue which blocked players from opening multiple overload ingredient sets. Players should be able to exchange the overload ingredient sets in large quantities. Fix an issue where the black roots were unable to be dropped from the blood velds. Fix an issue or an error that occurred when buying certain fur camo pieces. Fix an issue that was blocking a tree in the area around the Archaeology Guild from being accessible. The Guthixian butterflies can now correctly grant no XP when disabled from Orla. Fix an issue with the Abyssal Bane offhand longsword losing its abyssal state on repair. Fixed the height of the Towers of Voices of Profundus. Fixed an issue where the crafting primal crossbows did not consume the crossbow string. Fixed some terrain and blocking around the bridge in Shiloh Village. This has caused a very minor relocation of some fishing spots along the river to account for the fixed terrain. Fix an issue which leads the game to crash for certain players when importing an invalid UI layout. Fix an oversized Santa hats on female chat heads. Adjust the position of Santa hats on chat heads. Fix minor issues with Moloch the Great animations. Fix appearance of Akhamed's chat head and the translucency of her chat head dialogue box. Fix they removed the dialogue for Juno regarding the Ferris Folly quest. Fixed an issue with the Gate of the Lidness that in rare cases would result in surviving Soul Devourer standing on a pillar once the extra action button has been pressed. Fixed an animation rendering issues on some NPCs at 30 FPS. Fixed an issue tooltips for lent items not displaying correctly. Updated the Grasping Rune Pouch model to help better distinguish it from the standard rune pouches and align it better with Croasis. Fixed an issue where the player asked about the fancy dress shop in the owner of Eastern Rock to craft them more than 1.1 billion gloves. They would be charged for those gloves but receive nothing. engine. I don't know why somebody was doing that. Engine fixed an issue where the persistent black screen appeared after login on Samsung devices using Eclipse GPUs. Fixed an issue where the client would crash when launching Android devices using the Eclipse GPUs. Fixed an issue causing frequent crashes on Samsung devices. And if you're curious about the player support and anti-cheating statistics, the average response time for reports was 63.9 hours, and the satisfaction rate is now 71%. So that is actually increasing, getting better and better. There has been over 30k queries resolved, 161 the year to date. Support Center views 971k. Year to date is 3.9 mil. Report action 73k. Year to date 179, almost 180k. Macro bans. We'll only go over RS3 because, well, I gotta say, and I hate to say this, but OSRS really blows a lot of this out of the water. Actually, let's do the comparison. So, macro bans, RS3, a little over 8k. OSRS, over 400k. Year to date, RS3, about 56k. OSRS, 1.4, almost 1.5 mil. GP removed, May, for RS3, 19.7 billion. OSRS, 1.63 trillion. Year to date, 11.9 trillion for RS3. OSRS, 11.8 trillion. So, I don't know. About even there. That's interesting. Our real world trading bands, May, RS3, 321. OSRS, 11,000, almost 12,000. Year to date for RS3 is a little over 4,000. OSRS has nearly 64,000. Chat spam mutes in May. So this affects both games really. A little over 4k. Year to date is a little over 20k. It is interesting to see just how much is going on difference. I don't know if it's because one's more popular than the other. I'm not going to debate that with anybody. But there's definitely, I would say, a cause for alarm to see some of these reports and how they've been going. Worth looking into. Treasure Hunter calendar starting June 12th and ending June 16th is the Assassin's Return. So you get a new Deadly Highwayman outfits and lanterns, as you can see here. They do look pretty awesome. Chat log, June 13th at 1600 game time, JMod tea time, RuneScape development. And then we head into the community showcase. Up first, we have Surf's Up by Witches by Ninth Cloud Art. Looking pretty cool. Staff of Armadillo right there. Well, no, Fractured Staff, yeah. And then we have an ACPL inspired by mod backs vestments of Havoc artwork, but with their own little spin to it, and it does look really cool. And then we got RuneTube. Up first, we have the RS guy. Actually, it's the only one being mentioned. This is the lowest level Zuck cape in RuneScape history. So, that's interesting. And speaking of Zuck, for some of the screenshots of the Pride Parade, Zuck is actually there joining everybody in the Fallow Garden. Then Pig Skirt player events, Penguin Hunt Sunday, June 15th at 1915, RS Discord Mentors, Ardum Zoo, World 60, FCA Help, Penguin Tour Wednesday, June 11th at 2000, Miss Misty, Edgeville Bank, World 60, FC's Miss Misty, The Twin Furies, Friday, June 13th at 2130, Megaduck, Mr. Quick, and I'm Crystal, Heart of Gillinor, Zamorak Lobby, World 76, FC is a Help. And if you want to see more events by them, do log into your daily and then go into your calendar, because there's all kinds of events going on. But Community Spotlight also is a Megaduck, so they are having a Megaduck Pride event, and this will be taking place Friday, June 13th at 1800 game time, World 39. So do check that out. French chat is Megaduck, and then we got the Megaduck Community Discord. So do check that out. But that's it for this week, guys. Up next week, though, we got a big update coming, so remember that. But until next time, Later, guys.